folks, Eric Stakelbeck here. Welcome to the Watchman Newscast. Some breaking news overnight out of the Middle East. Israel reportedly carried out airstrikes near the Syrian capital of Damascus, targeting weapons development centers used by Iran-backed militias. Now, the Syrian military responded as usual with surface-to-air missiles. An interesting part of this story is that one of those Syrian missiles landed or exploded over the Mediterranean Sea off of the Israeli coastline, and the debris from that Syrian missile actually fell, some of the debris, in South Tel Aviv. We'll have more on that in a minute, but let's look at the broader picture here. Number one, obviously, as we've told you many times here on the newscast, Israel has carried out, probably at this point, hundreds, in the high hundreds, of airstrikes in Syria over the past several years, targeting in specific Iranian-backed militias, Hezbollah, weapons depots, weapons development centers like were reportedly hit last night, and of course, the main target of these Israeli airstrikes are those precision-guided missiles, PGMs for short. Now, they are a major game changer, a red line that Israel will not allow Iran and Hezbollah and their various radical allies in Syria to cross. The PGMs are shipped, or Iran attempts to ship the PGMs to Hezbollah through Syria. Now, they're not shipping usually entire missiles intact. What they are doing now to try and evade Israeli surveillance and intelligence is they are sending parts to these PGMs that can later be assembled in southern Lebanon by Hezbollah. Again, Israel says no way, because those precision-guided munitions do exactly what their name says. They hit the target with accuracy, with precision. Again, red line for Israel. Speaking of these surface-to-air missiles kind of going awry like happened last night, a few months ago, back in May, we saw, again, Israeli airstrikes against Iranian targets in Syria. We saw the Syrian military respond, and one of those surface-to-air missiles traveled all the way from Syria near the Golan border to really towards the southern half of Israel in the Negev desert, and fell only about 18 miles from Israel's nuclear